All right, students, today we're going to work questions 6 and 7 from lesson 21.3. Question 6 is x squared minus 144. Go ahead and hit pause, try to do it yourself, and then come back to this video. All right, so let's pick up with everything we could think to do. First of all, we know we have an a b, and a c because it's a quadratic equation. So if that's the case, then what is a? Well, a would be positive 1, b would be 0 because there's nothing there, and c would be negative 144. Well, since a is equal to 1, we just need two factors of 144 that will combine together to give us this 0. Again, if you could think about this, what we're really saying is if I were to take c and square it, I get 144. So what number do I square to get 144? That would be 12 times 12. But remember, I want negative, so I have to make one of these negative and one of these positive. So I come over here and say, all right, I'm on to something. We got an x and an x, a negative 12 and a positive 12. So my solution is x minus 12 and x plus 12. There's your answer. All right, now, since we are factoring, the answer is the factors. That's the difference between equations and expressions. Expressions, you don't need final solutions. You just need to know what you're multiplying together. All right, now we're going to move on to question number, grab the right pen, 7. So question number 7 starts off with 81, and this one's more interesting, y to the 4th, wow, minus, and then we got 9y to the 2nd power. All right, so if we take a look at this and we try to think to ourselves, okay, anytime a is not equal to a positive 1, I always want to look for a GCF. So is there a common number that I could divide out of 81 and 9 to make my numbers a little smaller? Well, yes, there are. If I were to take out a 9, my two numbers would become smaller. 9 times what is 81? Well, that would be 9. 9 times what is negative 9? That would be negative 1. But did you notice I also have a y squared and a y to the 4th? So what's the biggest number of y's I could factor out of that? Well, the biggest number of y's is actually this guy right here. So I'm going to also factor out y squared. And when I do, I'm going to get y times what is y squared? Well, that would be y squared. Y squared times what would give you y squared? Well, that would just be the number 1. All right. Well, now we're down to something that's a little bit easier to work with. So let's go ahead and find a, b, and c of what's in the parentheses. Okay, again, what's in the parentheses is what I'm looking for. A, b, and c, keeping in mind I want these two squared. Well, a is going to be 9, b is still 0, but c is going to be a 1, but I want a negative 1. So what two numbers did I square to get 9? Well, that would be 3 and 3. Now, I come over here and I play the same little game. I want to square a number to give me 1. So what number did I square? Well, that would be 1 times 1. But remember, I want a negative 1, so 1 has to be negative, 1 has to be positive. All right, so I come over here and I do this again. And I get, oh, I forgot. Don't forget the y squared. Okay, so I got 3y and 3y. And over here, I got negative 1 and positive 1. So let's throw everything together, but you definitely cannot forget this guy. He is part of the answer. So we're going to do this, 9y squared, parentheses, 3y minus 1, parentheses, 3y plus 1. And that's your final answer. Again, remember, we are factoring. So the answers to factored questions are the things you are multiplying together. And in this case, there are 3 things. All right, hope this helps. Time for you to get on the computer, go to the textbook assignment, and start working some more problems.